Hello YouTube friends, Stephen from Small Adventures here. Let's get back to work on this. Finish this model up, this Revell 2014 Mustang GT, part 2. Well, we've got a little bit of painting to do here. And I will fast forward through this because I know it's tedious. But really, well, if I can get the lid off. Bigger brush. There we go. And we've got some parts here. Gotta paint the brake discs and strut tie bar. Those are gonna be silver, so we'll go ahead and get those done, taken care of first. Probably not the best way to clean the brushes, but brushes are cheap. On these calipers, the discs are obviously aluminum color, steel, whatever. The calipers will be a different color, but we'll let this dry. Then I need to put the upper intake plenum on it. Now, I'll probably get a shot of this with the phone too. Let's go ahead and install this and the air intake. Bear with me a second. Now, the air intake's pretty well detailed for such a basic kit. What I did is, obviously this was mowed in black. That's not a decal or anything. Easiest way to do it, silver Sharpie. And the intake, or the air intake, is pretty much all black. And again, there's just enough detail here to where if someone wanted to, they could super detail this and make a much more elaborate build than what I want to do. This is just a slump-buster. Just twist that off because I'm not going to be able to get the snips in there. Just get that little bit of excess plastic off there. I don't know if you can even see this. Again, don't get this on your fingers. It glues your fingers together almost instantly.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
That's pretty detailed. I mean, you could make a nicely detailed kit in there. You know, add plug wires, some vacuum lines and such. I also took the silver Sharpie and put a dab of silver on the battery for battery terminals. Well, the engine compartment's done, all except for this, and it's not quite dry yet. So let's go take a break.
5 minutes later.
And while it's drying, I did go ahead and spray the wheels with a black lacquer. It's not super shiny, which is what I was going for, and just for fun, sanded the tire tread a little bit so it wouldn't look like less toy-like.
Flashback.
Well, these have been in here for about Let's see, this is Tuesday night. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days. I recommend you wear safety glasses when you do this too. You don't want this stuff flipping up in your eyes. Of course, I'm not. Do as I say, not as I do. Just take the toothbrush and it just comes right off. So as you can see, it stripped all the chrome right off of it. It took it almost 72 hours to do it. It did not strip the shiny off of it. So I may still go ahead and spray these because I was thinking satin black or gloss black. We've got 2 front wheels, 2 rear wheels. I don't know if you can see, but front wheels are a little narrower. So I decided to go ahead and spray them. See if I can get this without the glare. More of a semi-gloss than a high gloss. I use Duplicolor Perfect Match Universal Black. This is a lacquer paint. Sometimes the lacquer is a little too hot for some plastics. Put a good primer coat on it, which I did. I used Tamiya white primer on this. I think they turned out pretty good. They're still a little wet. But anyhow, I think they look good. The body's pretty detailed. Can't really pull out the 5.0 emblems on the silver car. So you can definitely add some extra detail here, and I may go ahead and do that. This cowl section here and radiator core support and all that should be black. Of course, that's the windshield washer reservoir. It should be white. And there's a lot of times just a few minutes of extra detail makes a huge difference in the finished product of the model, how accurate it looks. So on the 2014, this was pretty much all black with just the outline of the 3 slots in red. Not sure how that's going to work out. I'll insert a picture here. But we'll give that a try anyway. I'll use a different brush cleaner for the white. And that's done. I'm probably not going to fool with the cowl right through here because they've already got this windshield glued in, and I did try to pop it out, but it acted like it was going to break, so I don't want to risk getting black paint on the windshield. So I'm going to leave that as is. Right here is where we have to make a judgment call. We can use these metal axles that slides all the way through the chassis, like the instructions show, and go into the wheel backs. But I'm not going to do that. I'm still going to attempt to lower it. So we're going to try something different here. Go ahead and get the headlight assemblies popped out here. Just hold this here for a few minutes.
A few moments later.
And you can see the headlights look pretty good on it. I also took the liberty of taking a black Sharpie and blacking out the 5.0s. I don't know if you can see it. You see that looks pretty good. And if you look close, there is park lights there and there. That would be orangish color. See what we've got here. We have a brand new jar of Model Master turn signal amber metallic. So we will have to use a very tiny brush for that though. Notice it on the real car too. There's some pictures I googled up. And you notice right here, that's black. It is on the real car. On the real cars, I didn't notice so much the little silver stripe across it. But if you notice, that's something they neglected to paint on this pre-painted kit. So we're going to give it a try. What I'm trying to do is more or less load the brush up and then just let it wash in there. Probably the safest thing to do. So I get a little bit of paint on my finger. And this stuff needs to dry, and it's 1:08, so I've been working on it about an hour. I will pick this up in the morning and finish it off.
346 minutes later.
You can see it fits right up in there snug. Engine compartment looks full and good. And yes, I did clean the bench off a little bit. So what I want to do to lower this thing, well, let's do that last. The tail lights on the 2014 Mustang are blacked out. I'll get a closer shot of this in just a second. So they have, get the knife out. They have a little red outline around each section. I can tell you now that I don't have the steady hand or the eyesight to do that without better than just my reading glasses. Hold on a second, I'll get you a close up. See what I'm talking about there. But, you know, if I had a red Sharpie, I would probably give it a try. But I don't, so next time. Also, the way I'm going to mount the wheels on this, I'm going to disregard the metal axles that go all the way through and lower the ride height a little after all. You see the stubs on the back of the brake discs? I'm going to snip those off. They go in those holes for stock ride height. So I'm going to snip those off and show you a way to lower these. While we've got the snips out, the The reason the hood was hard to get out, has little nipples, or pegs, or whatever you want to call them. They'll make it almost impossible to get back in, so we're going to snip those off too. Go ahead and sand these flush. So they've got to be flush for this to work. You notice the front tires are a little narrower. They have the bigger disc rotors. Let's see what the plan is. This flat surface here. Glue to the flat surface here and here. And you can pretty much put the ride height anywhere you want to. So we're going to let the glue set up on that a little bit, and I'll show you something real quick. Bear with me. So the trick I learned in a magazine a few years ago, I don't know where in the world they come up with these basketball or football cards, whatever they are. But you can stack these and get it at the ride height you want. So that's a little too low. So what we do is we add a few cards to it. It'll effectively raise it up a millimeter or two. See right there will be the correct ride height that I'm looking for. Plus, when the glue's drying, it'll take all of the weight of the model off of it. So what I'll do is I'll glue front or back first, and then as soon as it sets up a little bit, I'll work on the other one. Let it completely dry before I spin it around and do the other side. Note that you can see the brake rotors and calipers through the wheels. So I took the liberty of going ahead and painting those a little more accurate. Just add a little realism.
3 hours later.
I saved a little bit of time and just went ahead and finished it up. I haven't set it down on its wheels yet. There's the model car garage. So let's go ahead and set it down here. Put the cards up. Take the hood off. Let you see the engine. I'll probably go back in later and go ahead and paint all the cowl panel black, because it just don't look right. I mean, it's black in the real car. Didn't turn out too bad. For such a basic kit. The second half of the build was a little more finicky than the first half. So, had some minor fit issues with modding the suspension. Such, but pardon the finger there in a way.
Excellent.
So there you have it. Model's all finished up, put in the display case. I'll post the pictures of it up after this. Quick review of the model. Went together really easy. If you didn't paint anything and you just followed the directions or the instructions, you could probably assemble the entire thing in hour 45 minutes, 2 hours 15 minutes, you know, under 3 hours, to a modeler of reasonable experience. Would be a good first glue kit for a young or inexperienced modeler. If they're young, you know, obviously it should be done with supervision. I would recommend, if they're young, definitely be there to give them a helping hand towards the end. Because a little bit towards the end it got a little finicky, but looks good in the shelf. Looks good in the model garage. I enjoyed it. I want to give a message to another YouTuber, Wud B Car Modeler. I did not forget that I was going to post up some pics for you from some 24 to 48 hour build competitions, you know, friendly build competitions that I had done in the past. This video ran considerably longer than I was expecting it to. That said, I will make a video just for that for you, my friend. One more thing. This was trying something new as far as making a video for the models, and it looks like this is going to be really tedious and take a lot of... It makes the videos longer than what I was expecting, what I would like for them to be. So I want to keep tinkering with how I do these and see what we can come up with, because I don't really want it to go over 15-20 minutes, and I don't really want a full detail kit to end up being a 7 or 8 part 30-minute video sessions each time. So but I enjoyed it. You know, it was a fun build. It was a slump-buster. Built it in a week, you know, a few minutes at a time. Not a big deal. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Don't forget to set your clocks back in about 19 minutes ago. So that should tell you when I'm making the video. So, see you guys next time. Peace out.
Do you feel the vibes?